our guests and visitors and fellow Rotarians that don't really know me. My name is Teresa. I'm the club president this year. And I'd like to welcome you all to the fourth meeting of the 49th year of the Double Springs Rotary Club. And today's invocation and pledge of allegiance will be offered by, and I have a blank here, because we have a poll in the schedule. And I believe Jerry offered to step up.
Just now.
No, I did before. But that's okay because.
I know what you're gonna do. I think
I'm also the sergeant. Maybe it's in your head satchel, say.
I think you should do it. I think we should do exactly what we did. Okay, you got it.
Okay, so I'm standing in for Tom Rice, the first Tom Rice. So bow your heads today appropriately, having a silent prayer. All of these things and the troubles and ideas on all of our hearts, we say, Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic
And then we have Jim Farmer. Would you please introduce any guests and visiting Rotarians? And our speaker will be introduced momentarily.
Yes, we have two guests today. Jeff Hatcher, why don't you stand up and introduce yourself and tell us why you're here?
Oh, I'm Jeff Hatcher. I'm a guest of Jennifer Best. We were talking a couple weeks ago before I grew up in a Rotary family. My grandfather, my dad, and I checked into it here at 7 a.m. And I forgot about it. And then she said, no, I'll meet this. Perfect. I'm your guest anytime. So thanks for having me.
Our second guest, who's obviously not one of us because he's way younger than we are, is Niels Valashevsky. Niels, why don't you stand up and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Niels. This is my grandfather, and I'm just leaving for the summer. They thought, that it might be a good idea for you to come today, and yeah, I guess that's
Nice.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anybody with announcements, please make your way up. I did want to announce, if you had not heard yet, the buddy packing event is already full. So congratulations to all those that signed up early. And as Jerry alluded, we do have holes in our invocation and pledge of allegiance schedule because of Tom Rice is leading the club. So I'm going to pass around a sheet, and if you all would please fill that and help Tim vote out to help those positions. And there's only one a month that we need to fill, so I appreciate your help.
Hello, everybody. Anybody remember our good friend Bill Schatz?
yeah.
Of course. His golf outing is coming up. It's on September 19th. It's going to be a safari this year in combination with the Hall of Chamber of Commerce's annual golf outing. I don't have the numbers yet. They've committed to some specific percentage of their proceeds, and their new benefactor is the James Cancer, and specifically melanoma. So if you would like to golf, feel free to let me know or check out the Powell Chamber's website. And if you'd like to be a whole sponsor, I think it's $125 this year. We'd like to have that. So let me know, and I'll be sure to get a bill sent your way. So thank you.
Any other announcements? Anything the club needs to hear? All right, then we will move on. Make sure if you have any photos or any information to add to the newsletter, then you submit all of that to pr@doubleworthingtonrotary.org. And now, Mr. Katz, you're up again. We have a start.
When you hear the bell, get your money out.
Carrying the bucket today will be somebody who is very accustomed to traveling around. That would be Roe Morrow. It's a land trip this time, Roe. No water involved. Roe is looking for happy dollars. I know we have some happy dollars. There's one right there, Don.
Yes. Good one, Ed, because we just got back from a wonderful vacation to Maine, including being able to go out on a lobster boat to support and be able to pick out which lobster we're going to have for dinner from our catch. And visiting Acadia National Park, a lot of other cool sites in Maine. So Nelson Rockefeller was born there, so that's where the rich and famous have been getting their summers for a long time, and those that are less rich and less famous only get to visit there.
But this is the time of year to go.
That's right.
That's good. There's another happy dollar back there, Alan.
I'll put a happy dollar in because I'm so happy about. So Heather's made this arrangement with Canine Companions for Independence. I'm not sure if anybody's heard of that. It's a little bit like Four Paws for Ability. And we get their reject dogs. And I'm so happy for Heather and her pal Rosie, who was certified for being with us a couple of weeks to go out in Missouri.
Very good. Very good. More happy dollars. Here we go. Yeah.
Happy dollar. Me and my wife Whitney are going on vacation to the Dominican Republic next week. We finally finished with law school in May, and she took the bar last week, so she finally gets a breather.
We need another attorney. But that's good. Jennifer.
Today is mine and Bill's 38th anniversary, so he's put up with me for a long time now.
Always good to be the first wife. Yes,
Can I do an advertisement?
absolutely.
It's, of course. So next week on Wednesday evening, I am hosting a vacation opportunity for anyone interested. It is a travel through Western Canada, and we're going to go on the Rocky Mountain Air Railroad and see Banff and Lake Louise and Jasper and Vancouver and lots of wonderful places. So if anyone is interested in participating in my event Wednesday evening, let me know, and I'll send you. It's all on Zoom, and I can send you the Zoom link, and I'll pay.
Of course you better.
Oh. I don't have any money. I've got to sit down. Oh, I got it. Grandpa's always coming through. Friend in here anyway. First of all, I want to say that trip that goes through Western
You
Canada,
did it, yeah.
I've done it, and it is a wonderful trip. It really is. And Jerry, I didn't know you were that creative to have such a nice trip. But the other thing is I got 9 hours of sleep, and I'm at the old George now.
Okay, that's
Those guys
good.
that aren't here yet will understand that. Good.
All right, another happy dollar. There it is, right back there, Jim.
On Monday, I'll be celebrating our 32nd with our grandkids. So come to the town, to moms or and therefore I'm both going an extra $50 to everybody.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yes, John.
So on Monday, my wife and Mary and I will be celebrating our 52nd 10 more than you and the 9 more than you. I think it's 52nd. And that's everything.
Yeah. Very good. All right, you got any more? Taking the pressure off of some of you because you've already put in some dollars, which today I will let you count. Ordinarily, those don't count, folks. Remember, the treasury is speaking.
Yeah. I know.
All right, so today, of course, is August 2nd. And what happened today in 1776? Something you would probably never have guessed, except Don Motley, because he knows everything. Today was the day that the finalized copy of the Declaration of Independence was signed. Who signed it? One word.
George.
Congress. Of course, you're gonna have to keep up, guys. Get sharp. All right, so on this day also, in 1934, Adolf Hitler became Führer of Germany following the death of the president. Who was the president of Germany? See, I told you that. Oh, and so does Grandpa, because he knows all things German now. So together, tell me who it is.
All by Hindenburg.
That's exactly right. And so you're exempt, Don. You don't have to put in any more money. And so are you, Grandpa, because I know you knew it.
I give a shit about it.
In 18.
Who's that?
Who is that?
Who was that?
Who?
Paul.
Oh, Paul Van Hindenburg.
Is that was named after him? He was a general from London.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't say it, so.
Oh, yeah, pony up. In 1870, the Tower Subway in London was the first underground tube railroad to ever open. Not a bad thing. So, if you've ever been on the tube, pay $1. Now, today is coloring book day, and so you would expect me to say, if you've ever colored in a coloring book, you should put in $1. No, if you've ever had a crayon in your hand, put in $1. It's also ice cream sandwich day, and you don't have to pay for that. Ice cream is free, so there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we've got, we've got one, because I don't want to go through these and it's getting late. Here is one country and western song title. An actual title, signed by Alan Jackson. 3-minute positive, not too country, up-tempo love song. And the jokes for today are: if two vegans get in a fight, is it still considered a beef? What'd you say, Holden? If you don't have $3 in, phone it up. Phone it up.
Are you the program today?
I like telling dad jokes. Sometimes he even laughs. No, I left it on others.
Typical Jerry fashion, thank you. And Jim Farmer, you are up to introduce our speaker.
Thank you. It is my pleasure today to introduce our speaker, Caitlin Miller. Caitlin is the program manager for Skills USA Ohio. She graduated from the Salon Professional Academy in Lexington, Kentucky,
graduating in the top of her class in 2004. She's worked at supervisory level for a large vision corporation along with several other medical practices throughout her career. After moving back to New York in 2017, Caitlin found her passion in event management, working for a local business and venue. She then moved to Ohio in July of 2022, taking her current position at Skills USA Ohio. Since joining Skills USA Ohio, Caitlin has been an integral part of planning and executing some of the largest and most successful events in the organization's history. Being homeschooled herself from a young age, Caitlin feels she missed out on some key chances for her own personal growth. Because of this, the appeal of the organization was to provide students the opportunities that she herself didn't have. Some of her key goals with the organization are to help destigmatize CTE. We'll explain to us what that is. Provide students a chance to realize their passion and help develop a meaningful and long-term connection between Skills USA Ohio and industry. She believes this provides an opportunity to help change the world of work to ensure success for employers and employees alike. And she's very shy. She's been sitting in the back corner back there. So please help me welcome Caitlin to our speaker.
Hello. So like you said, my name is Caitlin Mole. I have worked for Skills USA in Ohio for a year now. Does anybody know what Skills USA Ohio is? So Skills USA Ohio is a national organization in the United States that focuses on preparing students for careers in trade, technical, and skilled services. It offers various educational programs, competitions, and leadership development opportunities to help students develop technical skills and employability skills and a sense of community service. Skills USA aims to promote excellence and professionalism among its members and prepares them for success in their chosen career paths. So when I started working for Skills USA, I'm going to be real honest with you. I was just looking for a job, and I loved event planning, and this was going to take me to a whole nother level of event. Skills USA Ohio is the third largest in the nation. We serve almost 34,000 students. And I looked at it as a great opportunity to just advance my event skills. But what really made me just fall in love with Skills USA Ohio and the why for me personally. At one of our events, and I'll go more into detail about our events with you, but it was our second largest event that we offer to our students. And at this event, we host at the convention center. And we have a group of students who are criminal justice students, and we call them our courtesy board students. And I put them to work. They come and they volunteer their time. They wake up at 6 a.m. They work until almost 11 o'clock at night. They work hard. They do whatever I say with a smile on their face and yes, ma'am. So one day we were walking to dinner at Buga down the street from the convention center. And one of the students came up to me and he was like, Ms. Knoll, where do you live? I tell him, well, I live in Columbus, downtown, actually, just a few blocks away from here. And he looked at me and he was like, wow, I have never left my town. And he was like, what is it like to live in a city? He didn't ask me what was it like to live in Columbus. He asked me what it was like to live in a city. And I didn't really know how to answer that. And I was just, well, I've lived in multiple different cities since my adulthood, early on in my adulthood. And, you know, it's all I've ever known. I enjoy living downtown. And he just said, that's amazing. He just went on to say he's just really thankful for the opportunities that we've given him. And he meant that, and he was so happy just to come and work and be part of something. Those students, a lot of our students, they come to us not with the best circumstances. Some of them don't have a lot of financial help. Some of them come from broken homes, and some of them are homeless. We had a few that was homeless. And these students, all they're trying to do is better their life, better their career, better their future. And that moment when that student told me that, I knew that this wasn't just a job for me. This is now a rewarding, fulfilling opportunity for me that I can give to students and our future. A lot of these students, they join just to hear the words, thank you. You're doing a great job. Things that we hear all the time and take for granted, that these kids, you can just see the face light up every time you just compliment them or give them encouragement. So on top of giving them opportunities with meeting people in their industry or helping them advance in their career paths, they're also giving them opportunities that they never had before. So brief history of Skills USA. It started in 1952 here in Ohio. Ohio was the actual first location. Started with a man named Earl Shoemaker. And he just had it in his head one day that he wanted to start this organization, and he did it. In 1952, it was called VIC. And then slowly but surely it moved into other states. In 1965, it started as a national organization called VICA. From there, 1999, it became Skills USA Ohio VICA, Skills USA VICA, and then it became Skills USA. 2022, we celebrated our 70th anniversary. So this was the original purpose in 1951 for why Earl Shoemaker wanted to start this organization. And honestly, it stayed the same even today. And what that is we offer skill development to our students. Through competitions and activities, it allows our members to hone their technical and leadership skills, preparing them for their chosen careers. We also give them networking opportunities. Being part of Skills USA connects you with peers, industry professionals, and potential employers. Professional growth. Members also gain access to seminars, workshops, conferences, which contributes to their personal and professional development. And we also offer leadership opportunities. The organization offers leadership roles in local, state, and national levels, following leadership skills and confidence in students. So graduation rates. The last time we did a survey, the high school students involved with Skills USA Ohio reported a 98% graduation rate. This is contrasted to our 88% rate for those who are not enrolled with Skills USA. College and post-secondary students involved with Skills USA reported an 87% graduation rate. This is contrasted with the current national average at 57%. We help thousands of students across Ohio realize success in their lives through practical mentorship, leadership, development, opportunities, and competitions. Now, we work heavily with business and industry. And what the industry is telling us is that there's a disconnect between the education and students' futures. Up to 80% of the high school graduates lack professionalism and work ethic. And up to 82% of two-year college tech graduates lack teamwork and collaboration. And up to 95% of four-year graduates lack the ability to communicate effectively. So there is not a shortage of applicants, which I can tell you is very true. Currently, as us in office, we are trying to find 2 employees to fill, and I have received hundreds of resumes, and I can tell you none of them are qualified. And it is a thing, it's still a thing, and Skills USA is trying to fix that by giving qualified applicants. So how do we fix that? So this is called our framework. This is what Skills USA uses to teach. They give this to all our schools that enroll the Skills USA at our career text. this is what the advisors use to teach students employability skills, which is not something that is taught anymore. We also use it for our workplace skills as well as technical skills grounded in academics. So personal skills, we teach them integrity, work ethic, professionalism, flexibility and adaptability. And I have to tell you, that one's a hard one for today's group of age. They want everything spelled out for them, and they cannot handle if anything has changed. And so our director, we have, every year we, at our state championships, which I'll get into more, at state championships, we elect a group of students. The students elect a group of students every year, and they're our state officers. And what they are, they're the face of Skills USA. So they come into our office and we personally teach them professionalism and work ethic, and we teach them, you know, how to represent us. And one of the things that our director, Jackie, tries to teach them is flexibility and adaptability. So we had one of the students who, she is very much, you told me to do it this way, that's how I did it, and she can't veer from it. So Jackie will push their limits, and she'll tell them to write something. And then she'll be like, okay, let's actually, I don't want to do that anymore, let's do this instead. And you can see that she got upset and she was not excited and happy about it. And she almost was tearful because that's not how he works. She was like, you told me this way, I put all of this time into it, and now you're telling me not to. And I mean, Jackie was like, that's how things happen. So she pushes these students the whole entire week for different things. She finds out what they need to learn to do better. And she will put them into these different scenarios where they have to work together as a team, or they have to realize how the real world works. And by the end of the week, you can see such a difference. It's a short amount of time. Their self-confidence is higher. They're able to speak to other people. They're able to be flexible and adaptable. They're able to just be a team that learned how to work together. And that's what we do. And we do it for all of our students. But this is our framework that we use to teach them all. And you wouldn't believe how much a student changes from teaching them. Just all those basic things. Now, we offer an event every 8 weeks. And that's our basic, the ones that the summer leadership camp, we haven't done an event. Unfortunately, we stopped with COVID and now we just have to find a place now, but summer leadership camp, fall leadership conference, regional officer training, regional contests, state championships, state officer retreat, national leadership and skills conference. So I'm going to go over our major ones with you. So the first major largest event that we do is fall leadership conference. We do that in November, coming up this year, 9th and 10th. And what that is we get the students excited about Skills USA. We get them involved. We have sessions based on every single one of the frameworks. So they'll come in, they'll switch and go to classes. And we also have a keynote speaker that will come and speak to them. We have an industry panel where various different industries will select a person to come in and sit at a panel. So if a student is interested in construction, we have a member of CAT Ohio at the industry panel. So they will get to have a chance to talk to Ohio CAT and ask them questions about their company or about construction. So that gives a chance for the employers to meet with all these students that are involved in career tech. So all the students who are interested in construction, they get to figure out, hey, is that an industry I want to be in? Is this a company that I might be interested in once I graduate? It gives them an opportunity to meet and to learn about their industry that they're interested in. We also have regional elections, which are the students will vote for different officers from each region of Ohio. So Ohio has 6 regions. So there's 42 officers that are elected. So those regional officers' duties are to be responsible for the region and kind of getting everyone more hyped up for Skills USA, Ohio, helping their advisors whenever needed, helping us as an office whenever we need them to help. We have regional competitions that happen in all those regions, so they will volunteer their time and help with that. It's really to teach them leadership skills. It's really the main purpose of why we have regional officers, is to get them to have a responsibility and then also give them the confidence to lead. We also offer team building exercises as well as leadership training for the local officers that are elected at their school. Now, state championships is our largest event. We have it every year at the convention center. It hosts 109 contests. So any type of industry we know, welding fab, cosmetology. We even go into leadership roles as early childhood education. Anything you can possibly think of, we have a contest for it. We have 3,300 competitors from across the state that compete. We also have our state officers are elected at state championships. We also have 400+ business and industry partners that come and they set up a booth. And that's another way for the industry to meet with students and learn about different companies. We also have 400 judges from all across Ohio from different industries that come and they judge each competition. And hopefully my video, I have a short video that shows you just how massive our state championship. This was so that is what our state championships looks like. It's a pretty big event, as you saw. It's It's quite amazing. I never get a chance to actually watch the students because I'm actually working, and it's unfortunate. I hate that I can't see it, but. So after state championships, so the judges will judge and they will get placed. So the very next day after the day that they have their contest, we have our ceremony. That's when they are medaled. So all the first place winners from each and every single one of the contests, well, now they get to go to nationals. And so at nationals, our students will compete against all of the first place winners at nationals throughout the whole nation. So that's what so nationals takes place, it changes various locations, but this year it was at Atlanta, Georgia. Ohio had 23 top medalists, and we came 13th in the nation, which is not too bad, especially since our post-secondary is not quite strong, which would be our college students. College students are able to participate, still USA, Ohio, but we just don't have a huge following for that at the moment. We are working on that, but so other states have a larger post-secondary than we do. So for 13, we didn't do too terrible. So really that is Skills USA. We're just making leaders for our future, focusing on students' careers, goals, and also teaching employability skills. That is all that I have about Skills USA. I did bring folders and business cards over on that table. I will try to answer as many questions as I can. To be perfectly honest with you all are my very first time I've ever spoke about Skills USA. So I will try to answer all the questions I can, but yes.
What attracts a student to your program? What gets them?
So in their high school, so say I'm in high school and so this is the part where I didn't get a great opportunity, so to speak. But in high school, say I want to go to cosmetology school. I would pick a career tech school and then tell my high school, hey, I have decided to go to career tech to go into the cosmetology field. To be perfectly honest, sometimes a lot of high schools, not all of them, and not all advisors, but sometimes a lot of them will discourage students from doing that. The reason being is because if a student decides to go to career tech, their government funding for that student is cut down. So half of it will follow them to the career tech school and half will stay at they call it a homeschool, their homeschool. The reason that the students will decide to do that while they're in high school is because those go towards their future credits, essentially. So cosmetology, you go into cosmetology in high school, you could essentially almost finish your cosmetology program while you're in high school. And it also, if you're wanting to further your education past that, it also follows you into your college or into you need further education with whatever industry you need. It also saves a lot of money for the student to do it this way. So that is why the students would decide to do that in high school, to go to career school.
So is Skills in Ohio only in career tech schools or also traditional public schools?
So it's in just career tech school. So you would have, we're not really in high schools, it's the students in high schools who decide to go to career tech.
Well, our high school students, traditional high school students need this also.
Yes,
I'm sure you hear that.
yes. So they learn about us at career tech.
Okay.
So that's how they get involved with Skills USA is when they join career tech education. So thank you.
Is that a change though? Because I remember when Vika was around, we had Vika at our high school, Vika clubs.
Yes, so yes, Vika, it has changed. I think it has changed with the Ohio Department of Education. I think you can learn about them in high school, but it's not really talked about anymore. So that's why they learned mostly about us in career tech. So I think it has changed a lot. But they don't really learn about skills until career tech schools anymore. I don't know why, but.
Do the students pay for this, or are there programs that fund it?
There's membership dues. There are membership dues that they have to pay for, but the schools take care of membership dues. If it is to the students, it's $17 a student, I think, for the membership dues for the students to be part of Skills USA. So, usually the schools take care of the membership dues, so. Yes,
Do you work with any of the local tech schools around here? Delaware's got a nice.
Delaware, yes, I work with Delaware.
Delaware or. It's in plain sight.
Tolls, yep,
Tolls have-
those are both our schools.
Okay.
Yeah. They're great schools, so I love them both. Yeah,
Are you guys, connected with any SGOs where you can get that, high tax credit? You know, in Ohio, connected SGO, you can donate up to $750, it's 100% tax credit
I'm
for
not-
education scholarships.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That is a question I don't.
Right.
What is an SGO?
And SGO is, they're a scholarship granting organization. Scholarship granting, they have to be approved through the state of Ohio, and they're like a nonprofit, sometimes they're tied with different charter schools, private schools, stuff like that, where you can make up to, if you owe $750 on your high taxes, you can donate $750, get 100% correct tax credit for that, and it goes to the SGO, where it can be granted a scholarship for a student or something like that. So, okay. Yeah, so you can go to other funds started. Private school, right, different ones like that. But I didn't know-
I don't know if, yes,
Traditional, okay, I just didn't know they were set up something like that.
yeah, I don't know. If you could.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And before we finish, Paul, we have a raffle.
And the single raffle was $30. Last four digits are 9787.
Three on the school here.
Hey, but the big one is the ace of spades is $375. Nine, 7, 5, 1.
Yeah. Time,
Really?
every week.
Jim, let it grow a little more, will you?
Oh, for next week, Jerry?
Well, at least for
Jerry and drawing.
Ace. Never touch all instructions.
Guilty about it though.
Ace of spades.
Wow, big one, okay. We are up and. All right, everybody, of the things we think stay in the first. Second. Third. And fourth. Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, all right. All right. Yeah, yeah, it's like a turn. Like the word. We have to take all the.